Ohio State beats Maryland 62-3. Ari, Bill, Doug. Last week, if I remember, we talked about like how impressive was a 62-3 win over Nebraska. Did that cement anything in your mind about Ohio State? I think maybe you weren't quite as cemented. 62-3 again. What do you now think of this Ohio State team?
I still think that last week's win was way more impressive because all Maryland has done when playing good competition all year is getting blown out. So I think that I anticipated this. I picked in my outrageous predictions that Ohio State would hang 60. They did. What I do think is that Ohio State has gained one more week of momentum and believing in themselves. They got Michigan State next week. They've got a chance to get another big win heading into that big win or that big game against Michigan, but I don't necessarily think that this game itself changed my viewpoint a ton on what this Ohio State team is. It's a very good team that might be clicking, but I think there's nothing that we found out this game that we didn't find out last weekend.
We have still some questions about a couple things last week after the Nebraska win. Are there still any questions, or is this just a good team playing well, ready for the end of the year?
I think it's mostly that the question I have still is with the passing game a little bit, and it's going to sound crazy because JT Barrett's played really well the last 2 weeks, but the deep ball's still not a thing that's there. And I don't know if you can beat a team like Michigan throwing the ball the way Ohio State's throwing the ball right now with just relying on tight ends and slot guys and running backs. Maybe they can, and I'm wrong, but Michigan's got a really good defense, and I think you need to be a little more diverse in your passing game to beat them. I'm not saying Ohio State can't get there, but I haven't seen anything in the last 2 weeks that suggests that they're sort of making that trajectory. So I have questions still about the way they're throwing the ball.
Here's the thing I thought about with these last two games. A year ago, we were talking about would the 2015 team possibly average 50 points per game, and they didn't score 50 points in the game once the whole year. Ohio State just scored 62 for the second straight week, and I don't know the math. Maybe we'll put the math in the words at the bottom of this post. I think they might be close to averaging 50 points per game. With all the talent they had on offense last year, they didn't do this all that much, even against bad teams. This was good. Bill, Ari, Doug, see ya. Cleveland.com.